Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is finally that time of the day when we celebrate with accolades and jubilation. We're going to be beginning with the finale of the event, the awards. PMS AIF World collaborated with Team IIM-Ahmedabad to design a sophisticated methodology around risk-adjusted returns. Now, let me tell you, 140 PMSs and 36 AIFs have participated in these awards. There are 12 award categories that have been thought through, 6 for PMS participants and 6 for AIF participants. Amongst these, there is one special category of award for post-COVID performance over the last 6 months, each in PMS and AIF. Now, the evaluation for all the awards has been done by by second year IIM A students, which means the IIM Ahmedabad students have actually done the evaluation. Avinash and Sairam, who are here with us, under the guidance of IIM Ahmedabad Professor Pandey. I would like to invite Avinash and Sairam now to take it over from here and tell us about the methodology. Over to you, Avinash and Sairam.
Thank you, Aishwarya. So we'll go through the award methodology right now. Next slide. So I'll just briefly walk you all over the objective of awards categorization. So first thing that we tried to ensure was rewarding the long-term performance of sizable funds, but keeping in mind the portfolio risk. And also we try to recognize funds who have been newcomers, keeping in mind the COVID-19 disruptions. Also, we try to ensure that there are substantial number of funds in all the categories, and that is how we have prioritized the awards. Next slide. So I'll briefly walk you all over the overview of methodology for the first two categories. So coming to the long-term wealth creation in PMS category, greater than 3 years. So we have 4 parts within this for qualification. One is from a multi-cap perspective. We have an AUM filter of greater than 100 crores and a vintage filter of greater than 3 years. Similarly, for small and mid cap, we have a AUM filter of greater than 100 crores and a vintage filter of 3 years. Coming to all PMSs, so we haven't segregated across the styles, and we have an AUM filter of greater than 250 crores for vintage greater than 5 years. Similarly, a category for greater than 10 years and greater than 500 crores AUM. So after this qualification, we have nominated a maximum of top 5 or top 25% of funds based on compounded annual growth rate. And from this, we have decided the winners based on information ratio, which gives us an idea of risk-adjusted returns. Now coming to short-term wealth creation in PMS, which is less than 3 years category, we again have 2 parts, an AUM filter of greater than 50 crores in both, but a vintage filter of between 1 to 2 years and 2 to 3 years. So of course, in both of these parts, we have compared and tried to arrive at the winner based on CAGR over the respective period. That is 1 year for the 1 to 2 years category and 2 years for the 2 to 3 years category. Now Avinash will walk you all over the remaining categories. Avinash, over to you.
Thanks, Sairam. From AIF perspective, first we looked at long only funds. Over here we have 3 categories: 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 3 greater than 3 years. Due to the close-ended nature of these funds and opportunistic nature of starting these funds, we have evaluated them based on a CAGR basis for awards perspective. Now you would notice an interesting thing here. We have bucketed 1 to 2 and 2 to 3 both in short term as well as in long only funds. The reason being that we realized due to COVID, the rebalancing efforts for funds which started in the 1 to 2 year bracket would be significantly different from the funds that started in 2 to 3 year bracket. So we wanted to ensure a fair level playing field when it comes to comparison. When it comes to long short funds, we recognize there's a wide ambit of strategies that are there, and we wanted to give justice to all of them. So we have created 2 categories over here. First is long or short, greater than 2 years on absolute returns basis, which actually looks at the CAGR returns. And second, a long short basis, risk-adjusted returns, which is essentially we have used information ratio to compare. Then last is COVID performance. As these are interesting times with COVID being a black swan event, we recognize that there are funds that are tried to be opportunistic in this event. We wanted to recognize some of those efforts, and we created a COVID performance wherein we have rated the last 6-month performance on absolute terms for both PMS and AIF. Next slide, please, Sankalpo. So all in all, in long-term wealth creation for PMSs, we have 12 awards across 10-year, 5-year, and 3-year categories for multi-cap and small and mid-cap. Next slide. When it comes to short-term wealth creation, we have 2 awards each for both best performance in newcomer 1 year and best performance 2 year. When it comes to COVID performance, we have one for PMS and one for AIF, where all the funds are compared. And last slide, please. And when it comes to AIF, we have one award each for long only 1, 2, and 3, and long short CAGR as well as IR basis. So all in all, we have 23 awards today. Best of luck for all the participants. Hope you have a wonderful event ahead. Over to you, Aishwarya.
Thank you, Avinash and Sairam. You were both incredible at explaining the methodology. And I think we shouldn't keep the audience waiting any further. We shall now begin with the awards. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we'll begin with the awards in the PMS category. And for that, I'd like to take the privilege of inviting Professor Ajay Pandey, who is the professor at IIM-Ahmedabad, who's going to be announcing the nominations, and he'll also declare the winners under the first and second category. He's a professor of finance and accounting, a member of faculty at IIM-Ahmedabad since April 2001. And before that, he was associated with MDI Gurgaon and IIM Lucknow. Warm welcome to you, Professor. I request you to please announce the first and second categories.
Well, thank you, Aishwarya, and good afternoon to all of you for attending those who are attending this event. I'm starting with, as Avinash pointed out, the short-term wealth creation category awards. So the first one such award, which was thought is post-COVID performance, wherein there are 140 participating portfolios, and this award is based on last 6 months' performance. And the nominees, next slide, please. The nominees, those which sort of are there, are Equirus, Long Horizon, Nine Rivers, Aurum, Small Cap Opportunity, Philip Emerging, Sage One, Small Cap, and Sundaram Pace. Out of these 5 nominations, the award goes to, next slide, please. Nine Rivers, Aurum Small Cap Opportunity, PMS. Congratulations to those who have been managing this fund. And I guess it's during this exceptional time, I think it's a well-deserved sort of kudo to those who are managing and exploiting the opportunity offered by COVID. Okay, the next category of the award are basically for, again, short term, those who are newcomers and those who have created in the short run for last 1 or 2 years. So there are 2 awards out here. The qualification is that those PMSs which have been launched in the last 3 years, and there are 53 such participating PMSs, they are the ones which have been considered. And the first such award is based on those who have been in the last 1 or 2 years. So this is based on last 1 year performance. Next slide, please. The nominations for the 1 year performance are basically Green Dividend, IT US Capital Fundamental Value Fund, Marcellus Little Champs, Sage One Small Cap, White Oak Pioneers, Wise Market Analytics Capital Mind. Out of these 6, the winner is, next slide, please. Okay, there are 2. The second rank is Marcellus Little Champ on 1 year of absolute return, and the rank number 1 is, next slide, please, Sage One Investment Small Cap. Congratulations to both the winners, rank number 1 and rank number 2. Similar, I think, next slide, please. Similar for similar newcomers performance over last couple of years, there are 5 nominees. The first one is Green Special. Second is IFL Multicap Advantage. Third is Marcellus CCP. Fourth is Motilal BOP. And the 5th one is Stallion Core Fund. Next slide, please. And the rank number 2 is Marcellus Consistent Compounder based on 2 years of absolute return. And the winner is Stallion Asset Core Fund based on, again, 2 years of absolute performance. So congratulations once again to these fund managers and the funds for delivering value to their investors. With that, I will hand over back to Aishwarya to sort of continue the awards for the other categories going forward.
Thank you very much, Professor Pandey. Thank you so much. Now for the next category of awards, which means the 3-year category in PMS multi-cap and mid-cap, I'd like to invite Ms. Amrita Farmahan. Ms. Farmahan is the MD and CEO with Ambit Wealth Management, and she has over 2 decades of experience in the banking and wealth management industry in India and abroad. She has, in fact, previously worked with Avendus Capital and Reliance Private Client, where she built and led the respective wealth management business, making them successful franchisees. And she has also worked with Citibank for over 12 years and was the network sales director, branch banking, and head Citigold Private Client India. She's also the recipient of the Times Power Woman Awards 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm now going to request you to I'm going to request Ms. Farmahan, in fact, to now announce the next categories of awards. Ms. Amrita Farmahan, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome her. Ma'am, all yours.
Thank you, Aishwarya. And Kamal and the PMS AIF World, I'm delighted to be here again. And I'm especially delighted to, recognize the managers who have done such a tremendous job in a year that must have been exceedingly challenging for them. So the category that I'm here to announce is the 3-year performance for all mid and small cap portfolios. The team at IIM-Ahmedabad have analyzed about 24 participating PMS strategies for the same. The nominees for the 3-year performance are the Equirus Long Horizon Fund, the Ambit Emerging Giant Fund, Ambit Good and Clean, Sundaram Emerging Leaders Fund, and Sage One Core Portfolio. Of these nominees, who I think all of them have done a tremendous job, the top 3 performers for the 3-year category. At rank 3, we have Sage One Investment Core Portfolio. So congratulations to the entire Sage One team. And we must not forget that these are not just absolute performances, but they're on a risk-adjusted return basis. The next rank, which is number 2, comes in the Sundaram Emerging Leaders Fund. Sundaram, I think in any case, the investment team at Sundaram has a tremendous thesis on small and mid cap, and it's good to see that you have been able to, in the 3-year category, also deliver returns to your clients. And coming on top of the league tables is the Equirus Long Horizon Fund, and congratulations to the Equirus Long Horizon Fund team for a marvelous job done in what was clearly a tumultuous end of 2020. The next category is for the 3-year performance on multi-cap portfolios, for which a total of 47 portfolios have been analyzed. The nominees in this category are a whole lot. So we have the Club Millionaire All Stars portfolio. We have the Ambit Coffee Can PMS, Solidarity Prudence, IFL Multicap, Basant Maheshwari Equity Portfolio, Axis Brand Equity 2.2 Long-Term Value Fund, and the Sundaram India Secular Opportunity Portfolio. The top 3 amongst these nominees are Ambit Coffee Can PMS. Congratulations to the Ambit team, and especially Manish and Sushant. Well done. The second rank is for the Solidarity Prudence PMS. Congratulations to the Solidarity portfolio team for a super job done. And topping the charts over here is the Club Millionaire All-Star portfolio. Congratulations again to all the winners. And like I said, I think the markets have kept all the portfolio managers pretty much on the edge all through 2020. And while these are the top stars, but I think as an industry, it's been a tremendous year, and good luck for 2021. Thank you, Aishwarya. Back to you.
Thank you, Ms. Farmahan. Thank you for doing the honors. And now for the next categories of awards, ladies and gentlemen, which is the 5-year and 10-year category in PMS. I'd like to invite and take a lot of privilege in inviting Mr. Karan Bhagat, who is the founder, managing director, and chief executive officer of IIFL Wealth and Asset Management. Now, Mr. Bhagat has more than 2 decades of experience in the financial services industry. He featured in Fortune India's 40 Under 40 list in 2016 and 2017, and the Economic Times 40 Under 40 list in 2017. He has received the URS Asia 1 Global Indian of the Year Award in 2018, and he was also a part of the previous very significant panel. So let's now invite him back again. Mr. Karan Bhagat, over to you.
Thank you, Aishwarya. Thank you to the entire PMS AIF World team. And most importantly, a big thank you to all the professors and students from IIM-Ahmedabad. Coming to the awards quickly, in the 5-year performance category, we have the following nominations shortlisted out of a large number of 48 participating portfolios. We've got the IFL Multicap Scheme, GIRIC Multicap, ASK IEP portfolio, the Master Portfolio Vellum, Ambit, as well as the ASK portfolios. The best PMS on 5-year performance across all categories, rank 3. Congratulations to the GIRIC Capital Multicap Growth. Great job done on the risk-adjusted return specifically. The second rank goes to India Entrepreneurs Portfolio, which is famously known as the IEP from the ASK stable. Congratulations. And the top rank goes to IFL Multicap PMS. Again, a great congratulations, Anup, Shashi, and the entire team. Across the 10-year category, the number of participating portfolios drops from 48 to 25, but obviously becomes more and more interesting because it shows consistency across a much longer time period. We've got the ASK IEP portfolio, we've got the Motilal Oswal ND Top, we've got the Alpha Accurate portfolio, the Alchemy portfolio, as well as the ASK ISP portfolio. Rank 3 goes to Alpha Accurate India Opportunities for a 10-year decade performance. A special congratulations. I think it's in the last 10 years, we've seen many ups and downs. So a special mention to Alpha Accurate. Second rank, India Entrepreneurs Portfolio. Again, very tough times over the last 10 years. I think we've seen at least 3 market cycles. So congratulations again. And the first rank goes to Motilal ND DOP, I think, which has been among the pioneers and innovators on the PMS side for the last many years, especially for the last 10 years. Congratulations to the entire Motilal Oswal team. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bhagat, for taking us through the awards. And now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to invite with that for the next set of awards, which is awards under the AIF category. AIF category, ladies and gentlemen, a very important category. Let me invite Mr. Kamal Manocha, who is the CEO of PMS AIF World. Now, he's an enthusiastic teammate at PMS AIF World with the aim and purpose of serving clients with most knowledgeable approach to investing by practicing his skills in the areas of his interests, such as investments, education, and content writing. He's an honors in economics, MBA in finance, carries many investment certifications, and holds vast experience of more than 15 years in field of investments. But I have to say, he also comes armed with a lot of humility, and he really helps his team and all of us. He's been helping us along the way. So I take a lot of privilege in inviting Mr. Kamal Manocha to do this set of awards. Mr. Manocha.
Thank you so much, Aishwarya. So kind word of from you, and thank you everyone, for making here on such a short notice. Calling Karan and calling Amrita over such short notice is a pleasure. It's fortune. And, I must thank all the students of IIM-Ahmedabad. They have done brilliant work. To understand such a complicated category like PMS and AIF is very difficult. The data, first of all, is not available. And then, we made available the data, but to understand that data on monthly returns, to understand risk, to understand returns, and then to create categories out of it, required a lot of information. We answered all questions which were asked by both these students, because we wanted these awards to be done in a very unbiased manner. And and I'm sure, they have been done in an unbiased manner. So the awards for PMS and AIF, amongst 175 companies have been announced absolutely on mathematics and logic. Let's start with awards category in the alternative investment funds. So in this category, we are going to start first with the subcategory, which is the post-COVID performance. Like Professor of Finance, Mr. Ajay Pandey mentioned, that the first category, for analyzing these awards was analyzing the short-term performance. So in the short-term performance, first of all, we have analyzed the performance during the COVID period. So the last 6 months of performance. In this category, there were 36 AIFs which participated. and we analyze their 6 months of absolute performance, and the award for this category goes to, these are the nominations. Yeah, so MK Emerging Stars is the one, which wins this award. Now we move on to the next category. So this is the category of Cat 3 long only AIFs. Within category 3 long only AIFs, we were confused whether to use absolute returns or to use information ratio as a risk adjusted returns matrix. But then we realized and we understood and we explained to all the entire team which was evaluating for these awards, that because most of the AIFs work on a closed ended mechanism, and because the AIF fund manager works with opportunity and with opportunistic nature, there is no need to categorize these awards, first of all, on multi-cap, mid-cap, and large cap, because it is the fund manager's intention and fund manager's vision to launch a fund seeing the opportunity in the market. So it is better to analyze these products on just the time period. That is why we have not analyzed them on various categories. We have clubbed all the categories and we have analyzed them together. So these are only long only, all funds, whether mid cap or large cap or multi cap. And within that, we have not used any risk adjusted returns mechanism, because all these funds were launched in last 3 years and data was available only for last 36 months. To analyze data for last 36 months for on information ratio was not fine. That is why we have followed only absolute return mechanism. So now, let's have the first category of nominations. So the first category of nominations is as per last 1 year performance. And as per last 1 year performance, the names are Abacus Emerging Opportunities, AcuraCap Vectra, Motilal Oswal Equity Opportunities, Sage One Flagship Growth Fund, White Oak India Equity Fund. Amongst all these 5 funds, the award in last 1 year category goes to Abacus Emerging Opportunities Fund for delivering close to 50% return over last 1 year. Many congratulations to Mr. Sunil Singhania and team in Abacus. Let's move on to the next category, next subcategory within this. So nominations in long only category amongst 10 players within this category are Abacus Growth Fund, MK Emerging Stars, Motilal Oswal Rising India Fund, Motilal Oswal Select Opportunities Fund, Nippon India Equity Opportunities Portfolio. So across 2 year absolute return has been analyzed, and the award goes to Motilal Oswal Rising India Fund on 2 years of absolute performance. Yeah, so this is the third category within AIFs, where we have analyzed the performance on 3 year basis. So as I said, I'm just repeating myself that within AIF or long only, we have only used time period. We have not used any category. So all categories were clubbed. This particular, now these nominations are on the 3 year performance, and within 3 year performance, there are these 5 nominations: Ampersand Growth Opportunities Portfolio, Motilal Oswal Focused Business Advantage Fund, Nippon Equity Opportunities Portfolio, Pro Alpha QG Dynamic Fund, and finally White Oak India Equity Fund. And the award in this 3 year category goes to White Oak Capital India Equity Portfolio. Many congratulations to Prashant Khemka, Ashish Somaiya and Team White Oak for winning in this category. Now finally, we move to the last category of awards, which is award category in Cat 3 long short funds. So within long short funds, again, there are various types of funds. There are long short funds which purely follow long short strategy, and there are funds which follow long biased long short strategy. So we club both these funds because the number of funds in respective subcategories were low. It was not right to subcategorize them, but club them together. That is what we did. And then we devised 2 ways of analyzing performance, because we realized that those funds which are long short funds, purely long short funds, they should be analyzed on information ratio, and the ones which are long biased long short funds should be analyzed on absolute returns. Because we clubbed both these categories, we used both these mechanisms, which is absolute return mechanism and information ratio. And now I'm going to announce the nominations in the long short category as per the 2 years of absolute performance. So we have analyzed last 2 years of performance in absolute terms, and the nominations are Avendus Enhanced Return Fund, Fund Series 1, Vendors Enhanced Return Fund Series 2, Edelweiss Alternative Equity Fund, ICICI Prudential Long Short Fund, ITI Long Short Fund, and the award goes to ICICI Prudential Long Short Fund for 2 years of absolute returns in this category. And finally, we come to the last award, which is CAT 3 Long Short Fund on the basis of risk adjusted returns, where we have used information ratio as a parameter to analyze the long short fund's performance. And here the nominations are Avendus Absolute Fund, DSP Sat Core Fund, Edelweiss Alternative Equity Fund, ICICI Potential Long Short Fund, ITI Long Short Fund, and the award finally in long short category goes to Avendus Absolute Return Fund. Many congratulations to the entire team, Webhoff and Mr. Andrew Holland in Avendus Absolute Return Fund. Thank you so much. Many congratulations to all the winners for all these awards. Also, you can see, after 2 days of effort, it looks like I am totally tired. It was a brilliant event. I think, we managed so much, calling 30 speakers and doing 23 awards and planning this across last 1 month was definitely a very difficult exercise, but it could not have been possible if we would not have worked the way we worked like a team. All the members of Team PMS AIF World, along with Aishwarya, my heartily congratulations and heartily thanks to all of you. Back to you, Aishwarya.
Thank you very much for that heartfelt thank you note also, Mr. Manoj. And I'd like to say, I think all the winners deserve the accolades today, and I think we're in a mood to celebrate them. So congratulations to all the winners. And with this, we come to the end of the award show and the event as well. Once again, I'd like to thank Mr. Manocha for being really gracious throughout the event and hand-holding all of us. And I think without that, it would have not been possible. With that, I'd like to congratulate winners once again. And on behalf of PMS AIF World, I'd like to thank all our speakers, really eminent speakers. What a lineup we've had. Our eminent moderators who took out time from their schedules, marked their presence here, and shared their wisdom and expertise with all of us. This goes to all our eminent speakers and moderators. Thank you once again. I'd also like to thank all our partners for the event, for their unwavering support. Title partner, White Oak Capital Management, Gold partners, Avendus Capital Alternate Strategies, Axis Asset Management, MK Investment Managers, and IIFL Asset Management, also our gold partner. Our silver partners, a big thank you to you, Helios Capital India, ICICI Prudential Asset Management, Motilal Oswal Asset Management, and Sundaram Alternates. So thank you to our silver partners once again. And may I also thank our media partner, Bloomberg Quint. Last but not the least, I'd like to thank all the attendees, viewers, participants for their valuable time. I hope this event brings some value addition to your investments. I know for sure that it will. So with that, let me say good luck to you. Good luck to all of us for the next decade. I'd say stay safe, stay healthy, and stay informed. A big goodbye and a healthy, happy goodbye to all of you. This is Aishwarya Singh, and now I need to sign off. Thank you once again.